I'm a FANG recruiter and a career coach, and in this video, I'm going to give you 5 salary negotiation tips that you can use so that you can negotiate for more money. Now, keep in mind that your salary is not the only thing that you can negotiate. You can also negotiate for your annual bonus, your stock, as well as a sign-on bonus as well. Now, make sure you stay until the very end of the video because I'm also going to talk to you about something that recruiters don't really want you to know when you are actually negotiating your job offer. So first of all, before we even dive into the tips, I just want everyone watching this video to know that it is totally okay to negotiate your job offer. A lot of the times I hear people that are too scared or afraid to negotiate their job offer because it's at their dream company, or they're worried that if they negotiate and ask for too much money, they won't even get a job offer at all. So I really want you all to know that, first of all, you should definitely negotiate. Second of all, it's actually illegal for you not to get a job offer just based on your compensation expectations. But you must also make sure that your salary or compensation expectations are reasonable. For example, if you tell them that you want $1 million, then the person who you're negotiating with is just not going to really take you seriously, and they'll think that you have no idea what you actually should be paid. So this leads us perfectly into the first negotiation tip, which is that you need to understand your entire compensation package. You need to know exactly how you make money and how you get paid every single year. And this isn't just for your base salary, but you need to understand how your bonuses get paid out, how they get calculated, how are your bonuses funded. Do you have a 401k contribution from your employer? How does your stock vesting work? You need to make sure that you have all of the answers to all of these questions. And don't be afraid to ask these to your recruiter. And if you want a quick recap on how stock and equity compensation or packages work, make sure to watch this video that we have up on the channel before you keep watching the rest of this video. Now, the second negotiation tip is that you need to be familiar with some of the HR laws within your state. For example, in California, Hawaii, and New York, it is illegal for employers and recruiters to ask you about your current compensation or how much money you make right now. In some states, it's also required by law that your recruiter or employer, future employer, tell you what the salary range is for the job that you are interviewing for. Now, it doesn't mean that you'll always be able to negotiate and get paid the highest salary amount in that range, but it should give you a general idea of the range for this role and if it's something you should even consider interviewing for. Now, the third tip to negotiate and make more money is to subscribe to this YouTube channel and click that like button if you want to make more money. And the other thing that you should probably do is try to get a competing offer at the same time that you get this offer. This probably seems very obvious, but it can be quite difficult to make sure that the timing for 2 interviews at 2 companies actually line up to have the same schedules. So make sure you are transparent, but also very respectful and nice with your recruiter and tell them up front that you are interviewing with other companies for a very similar role. That way, both companies will try and speed up their interview processes to keep up with each other. And also, leveraging an existing competing offer is much easier for you to use as a negotiation tactic than talking about your current compensation or your compensation expectations, because these are valid numbers that another company is going to be offering you that this other company needs to get in writing that they have to compete with. Now, my next tip here is that if someone from the company tells you that this is their best and final offer, it's usually not always the case. I've seen some candidates negotiate even an extra $30,000 to $50,000 more than the best and final offer. But you need to know when it's appropriate and when it's okay to really push that limit. And this leads us perfectly into the 5th and final negotiation tip, which is that you should never try to piss anyone off when you are negotiating your offer. And this is especially true if you're negotiating your compensation with your future boss. When you are negotiating, you should express your gratitude and thanks for even getting this job offer, and you should always be respectful to everyone during the process, especially your recruiter. It is your recruiter's job to negotiate on your behalf with the company, and it's their job to make sure that you're paid appropriately and fairly compared to your peers who are already working at that company. Now, as a quick bonus tip and something that most recruiters probably won't tell you, and that is that your interviews play a huge role in how much you can negotiate your job offer. Or in other words, the better that you do in your interviews, the more money you will be able to negotiate for. So if you want to make sure that you are acing and crushing these interviews, please do check out these interview tips that I have on my channel as well. Alrighty, hopefully this video was helpful and you were able to learn at least 1 or 2 different ways where you can negotiate a higher salary in your next job offer. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.